What's up, fight fans? And we are back at it with another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I'm always your host, Edwin, and where do all fights start? Round one. So, we got an amazing show for you here today. Let me just get set up. It's been quite some time since I've been on just the live stream on YouTube. So we have a lot to talk about, and how you guys doing this Memorial Weekend? I hope you're out there having some fun, or I hope you're tuned in, locked in here at Round One Sports Talk, and you guys can just put me on in the background, and we can just talk boxing. You can like, subscribe, and comment on the videos. I would like to know what you think about some of these fights, and what are some of the fights you want to talk about. What is one of the biggest fights that's coming up this year that you're really interested in, and how you see the fight, or whatever you would like to talk about. I build a safe environment here that we can share all our views and all our points, and all views and points are respected here at Round One Sports Talk. So, fight fans, where do all fights start? You know it. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Just came down from Kingdom's Boxing Gym down there in Philadelphia. It was a great event. These young men and women went out there and fought their hearts out. My sister, shout out to Nikki out there, and my nephew, King. Uh, it was a great event. Nikki sure does know how to put on a show for the young women and children and that came to compete. It was just like, I'm a little lost for words. I get a little like sentimental about it because it's my family's gym. So and it was just a beautiful thing. Sometimes, as a kid, you wish there were places like this, and sometimes funding cut out gyms, and places you used to be able to go to are no longer there. So I know the feeling, and then feeling lost and not connecting with a coach, and after meeting another one and establishing a trust relationship, and all the distractions there are in the world. So I'm thankful for places like this and men and women that take the time to give back to the community and to show these kids that there's another way, if shall they choose it. There's another path. So there's a lot of hard work and dedication that goes into a lot of hours of no pay, and sacrifices that these men and women do for these young men and women. So hats off to you guys to keep the sport alive. So as far as like boxing matches that took place, right? And boxing matches that are upcoming right now. All right. Just past, we just had Angelo Leo go out to Japan and successfully defend his title. That was a really good fight there. I liked the fight. The Japanese guy really showed, he was on that level. Um, there were a lot of head clashes in the fight. I felt like both men were being aggressive and leaning forward. Now, if you've been with me for quite some time here at Round One Sports Talk, you know that I don't listen with audio when I watch the fights. I turn off the audio and I watch the fight because it allows me to see the fight with my eyes. To see, if I watch the fight while the commentators, they can influence what I'm watching, right? So, um, as far as I saw in that Angela Leo fight, I think what won it for me, was the last two rounds, the 11th and 12th round. He beat him 11-12. I think going into the 10th round, it was pretty much tied. I felt, I'm not sure how the announcers had the fight. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I would like to know if you guys, any of you, this was a real early morning fight, so I dig it if a lot of you didn't check it out. But I advise you to go check out that Angela Leo fight out there in Japan. It was something, I think they did their ring walk maybe 11 o'clock in the morning. It was like a 6 o'clock event. I'm not sure when they got in. I had to catch the fight afterwards. And it was a great fight. It was a great fight. Angela Leo keeps his belt, right? He made a title defense on it, so that means that now, among champions, he solidified that. Bam. And he's also in the Naoya Inoue future sweepstakes fight as one of the guys that can potentially match up against the real Japanese superstar, which is Naoya Inoue. And Naoya Inoue, it's no rumor that he's supposed to be fighting MJ Akmadalia, right? And MJ Akmadalia, right? Doesn't he have like a fight scheduled, right? Against that Luis Castro guy, Castillo, something like that. Luis, hold up, I'm gonna look it up because here at Roundwood Sports Talk, you know what I'm saying, talk is cheap, right? All right, here he is. Uh Lewis, my man, is 30. He has 31 fights with 20 big ways by knockout. He has 6 losses, and in his 6 losses, he's been knocked out once. Okay, all right. His stats is inactive. His stats is inactive. Hold on. When was his last fight? He last fought 2023, 12-9. That was his last fight. His last fight was a 6-round fight, and he won it by unanimous decision. He went the distance in a 6-round fight. This is the guy that MJ's fighting. And this is the competition that says that Naoya Inoue is ducking this kind of fighter. The Naoya Inoue, they should strip him from his WBA world title because MJ is supposed to be the mandatory. Wow. They say a lot of things. Didn't MJ just take step aside money to allow Naoya Inoue and Roman Cardin to fight? So he's a step aside money dude. If you really want your shot, your crack at that 4 belts, you should have fought for your opportunity. This dude, MJ, he's been fighting cab drivers, bro. And since the moment that they said that he was Naoya Inoue's #1 ranked mandatory from the WBA, bro, my spider senses went off. I was like, how the fuck did he get that #1 spot? Meaning, if you were to go to BoxRec right now, you would look up MJ Akmadalia. He's 13-10. He got 1 loss, right? Okay, let's check it out. From the time he lost his belt to Marlon Tapales, MJ, right? He fought Kevin, right? Kevin Gonzalez was 26-0. It looks good, don't it? Right? My man was ranked somewhere like, he was like ranked 58 in the world or some shit like that. He wasn't ranked in the top 40. He wasn't ranked in the top 30. He wasn't ranked in the top 20, the top 10. He was like 50 something. After he lost his belt, that's the dude he fought. How the hell does you fighting a guy in the top 50 earn you a #1 ranking? Where do you get the #1 ranking from? Who did you beat to get back to #1? You fought a guy ranked 55. And after he fought him, he went on to fight Ricardo Espinoza. Ricardo Espinoza was ranked number 88 in the world when MJ fought him. 88. He hasn't fought anybody since. He's about to fight fucking Lewis here. You only fought those two. Where did you get that #1 ranking from? How? You didn't fight anybody in the top 30. See what the belts do? He was a former world champion that lost his belt, that never rematched the guy that beat him. You know who beat that guy that beat him? Naoya Inoue. Naoya Inoue knocked out Marlon Tapales. That beat him. It's remarkable the things they say. So now he's scheduled to fight this guy, Lewis, right? And I'm sitting here, sitting in my seat, and I'm starting to be like, here we go again. Here we go again. Is this gonna be one of those scenarios where that the guy goes off and fights somebody else and cuts his eye, breaks his hand? Sam Goodman went out and fought that tuna fight and broke his hand. Oh, allegedly both. Then got 2 mysterious eye cuts 10 days leading out from the fight. Given 2 opportunities. Haven't we seen this before? Haven't we seen this before? Oh, so he's gonna take a tuna fight. Somehow, some way, he's gonna get an injury that he's not gonna be able to make that September date. I'm saying it right now here at Round One Sports Talk. He will enter the witness protection program once again. I've seen this. Listen, guys. I'm trying to tell you guys, these dudes don't want to fight this Japanese dude, bro. They don't want to fight him. They don't want to fight him. I think that Naoya Inoue's best opportunity at this point is to move up and weight. Fuck it, Naoya Inoue. Don't wait to get older to want to move up. Don't wait until you age. You know what I'm saying? In order to go up. I say, fuck it. If you're gonna take a risk, take that risk right now. I'm not sure if any more fights gets him the results he wants or where he feels. I'm not Naoya anyway. I don't know what he's thinking, right? What I do know is that he's an exceptional fighter, and I think that the next money fights would probably be up there. But I saw an Angelo Leo interview, right, last night, right? And I saw this Angelo Leo interview. And Angelo Leo was talking about unifying the belts in the division, right? So that's interesting. To the man that could unify the belts, say the guy that gets 2 belts or 3 belts, bro, he's a guaranteed winner to that Naoya Inoue sweepstakes fight. If you guys don't all know, right, there's certain fighters in certain weight divisions that are considered the cash cow north or south of the equator from their division, meaning that Naoya Inoue is the cash cow for the bantamweight guys, those flyweights down there, right? Devontae Tank Davis, 130, 135, like that, 140. Either way, he's the cash cow there. Saul's the cash cow. Do you get it? Right? Okay. So, because there's nobody making that kind of money. Now, Angelo Leo just headlined his event out there in Japan. They're out there showing him mad love, right? And he's talking like he wants all the smoke. Stephen Kubo Fulton is reported to be moving up to fight O'Shaquie Foster at 130, right? But he hasn't vacated the belt. I checked it out and he is not vacated. So I'm not sure if that's official. So right now he has his obligations to the 126 Scooter, right? So I'm going to find that very interesting if that O'Shaquie Foster, which is in rumors, what I'm hearing looks like a go. Anything can change in boxing. We all know that, right? So, and as far as like this MJ situation, right? Oh, what's up? XL. I'm not on the platform thing. Remember, Jiggy? I wanted to put it on the screen. He, yeah, it's just XL, right? With the 5 piece. Can I tell you guys what happened with us, me and Two Tone? Me and Two Tone are cool now and shit. And I know if you go to my shorts, you see me fucking like uh it was uh it was just a situation where that I think that words played a little bit behind of a joke. Uh he may have felt like, the joke was said. He said a joke in reference with me and my wife in it, and like about me watching a movie or whatever. And that had kicked off like that. I didn't like it. So I said something back, things like that, right? But as far as right now, like we good. You know what I'm saying? Me and T-Tone, we worked it out or whatever and shit. And I've been thinking about taking down the video and shit because it's not like it's getting monetized or anything like that. But I just like fuck it. His videos are still up with me. So, you know. But nah, that dude, he's just, you guys know how he is. You gotta just know how he is and getting to know him and shit and knowing he was like that when I didn't you know, really I just got to meet him. You know what I mean? So I guess that's what it was. I guess that's what it was. It was just two Rams clashing heads. You know what I mean? When you're good at something and you meet somebody that's equally entertaining in a different way, there's always gonna be a clash of heads, I guess. But we don't work that out. You know what I mean? And we good. We good. We've been on together after that and shit. And I like being out there on the boxing voice and shit and talking with all them guys because I know a lot of people are listening, like a lot of boxers. Ness has a wide branch audience, a much bigger, and so I enjoy working with them and shit. But he's me. We good. You know what I mean? It's just you know, that's what happens in this sport of like uh competition of, what I mean, broadcasting or whatever you want to call it, I guess, content creators. Yeah. But yeah, back to these fights and these situations here. Like Amanda Serrano's about to cap out a card there in New York City. It's a little ways out. Edgar Berlanga and Shakur Stevenson. Ironically, right? Edgar Berlanga is like the main event, and they got Shakur Stevenson posted everywhere in broad letters first, like on top. So as far as like the journalism in the boxing world, they're like acknowledging that Shakur Stevenson is like, I guess, the biggest star or whatever, what have you, on the card. But I believe Edgar Berlanga is still headlining this event. So and they're advertising it double main event type thing. There's a lot of big fights on that damn card, bro. Yo, you guys do remember that Subriel Matias will be fighting Alberto Puello on that card, man. That is a banger. There is a lot at stake at that fight right there. You see, because the men that are fighting in the two main events, right, which is Edgar Berlanga and Shakur Stevenson, they can afford to take a loss. They really could. If Shakur Stevenson loses, that's not the end of his career. If Edgar Berlanga loses, that is not the end of his career. But if Subriel Matias was to lose, it may not be like the end of his career, but his shots at a world title are gonna get further and further away because he enters this category of fighters, high risk, low reward. You don't have a belt, but you're still dangerous. You're still Subriel. And if he was to fall in this fight, it would mean like something like what? 93%. of everybody else in the division that he fought, he beat. So, and the damage that he causes onto fighters that don't have the skills to beat him, his chances at a world title become even that much slimmer. So, Brea Matias, I think on this card, on the low, he has the most on the line on that night. And then, which sparks a new rivalry in the sport of boxing. As we all can see with our own eyes, Dominican boxing is come leaps and bounds. A lot of Dominican fighters are showing that they're saying this is their era at this time, right? And and this rivalry is really kicking off between like the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans, and they're trying to see if they can get on that type of level where we are, like in baseball and shit like that, in the basketball and the Olympics and stuff, because those are real rich rivalries with our neighboring cousins. So there are a lot of rivalries right now, even in boxing, that are kicking off that has been on for they're like legendary rivals, like Mexico, US, Japan versus the Philippines. Those are all those rivalries right there have been going on for bro. So Santo Domingo's really trying to make their way up. So you know, I gotta acknowledge that Alberto Puello is a real threat. He's coming off of some good boxing victories. He's been tested. He could have lost that Sandor Martin fight. And the Gary Antoine Russell, he fought a very strong fighter, and he showed he knows how to deal with power. So uh, I think that he's a good match for Subriel Matias. He definitely is. So um, look, guys. Unfortunately, right now, I'm gonna have to cut this live short. I'm being told that I need to address something, so I have to step off. But I hope you guys enjoy your Memorial weekend. I hope you guys are having a great time out there. Uh, Let me know what you think. Hit the likes on this live stream, please. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I will probably go on later on tonight. Let me know in your comments below, and we could talk about boxing or put down anybody you want to talk about. So, fight fans, I'm on to the next one after this one here at Round One Sports TV, and I'm out. Peace.